What a shocking defeat. Hello, guys. It is Ryan Williams here. I don't even know what to say. I mean, horrid performance at home. Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 3. I mean, from the team selection, it looked negative. Pretty much the same selection against Everton away. I don't know why um, we started El Neni and Guendouzi. We know that midfield is ridiculous. I mean, Ozil had a decent game, but there's times in the game he kind of disappeared. But Aubameyang did alright. Lacazette did okay. It's just a flat performance at home, and we haven't lost there in 10 games. So it's crazy. Kudos to Crystal Palace. I mean, they come up there, they did a job, got the goal, sat back tight, waited for us to attack them and catch us on the break. And again, the same people who are at fault. El Nani, Guendouzi at times, and the number one suspect of all, Mustafi. I'd either say Mapavanos, Dino Mavropanos as well at sometimes. It just was, it just looked like everyone was strangers. They didn't know what they were doing. I felt, you know, it was just down to the forwards, and even them, like Crystal Palace defended well. Like we couldn't really break them down too tough. Uh, yes, we should have got a penalty, but it was what it was. Like with the Wan-Bissaka challenge, anyways. The Lacazette one, I'm not so sure. I'll have to see that again. But Palace played well, and Zaha made a full Mustafi, as everybody does, as usual. Was at full for both goals, the second goal, and even the last goal. And I mean, he's just awful. He is so awful. It's crazy because we talked about Monreal potentially getting outdone by the wingers like Zaha, Townsend, and even Wan-Bissaka, and those guys, like the quick pace of it. But I mean, he was out, and we had Koscielny, Mustafi, and Dino, and it was just awful. It was awful. Midfield let us down today, definitely. Ozil, again, it was good, but it wasn't enough to carry us throughout the game. I've got to say, he tried in it, but it just wasn't good enough given who was behind him. Um, it just wasn't a good performance at all. I just felt we lacked aggression, given the players are tired and stuff like that. But the changes, I mean, it just wasn't good enough, and Unai Emery definitely got it wrong. Our first home defeat since the beginning of the Premier League. It's crazy, and we had to win today because Manchester United lost today at Goodison Park, 4 goals to nil, and this would have been the perfect opportunity to overtake Spurs, who lost yesterday 1-0 against Manchester City. So basically, the ball, we threw that one away. We got one game left against Wolves midweek. What are we really going to do? We know our away record is not that great. We've only have 2 back-to-back away wins. But after this performance, I really don't know. I said this to you guys in a previous video. I feel like if we lose another game, I think the top 4 is out of our grasp. And again, Chelsea got Burnley. Do you know what I'm saying? And Manchester United got Man City next week, as well as, do you know what I'm saying? So, and as well as Chelsea. So that in itself, if Man United suddenly pick up form and win back to back, or even get a point of both teams, or 3 off one, and get 4 points out of those games, and we don't pick up any points from Monolou or even our next away game after that, then it is definitely down to the Europa League. We have to focus. And we knew coming in the fatigue of the players. I mean, It's not good enough. I mean, Onani again. I said this guy is not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. Guendouzi, I said he needs someone to play alongside him, and to be honest, I feel like if we'd started Torreira, it would have been better. Like, I just didn't understand why we started El Neni and Guendouzi. Did nobody learn anything from the Watford game? And I'm sorry, guys. I just don't get it. The guys are making it more hard for themselves, trying to get third as they wanted to get above the rivals. But right now, I mean, Tottenham ain't got no real troublesome games like that to the end of the season. And I mean, you might as well they could be third. I'm not just saying that out of emotion, but I'm just saying it wasn't good enough. It's as simple as that. Just the same problems, defensive elements. Yes, we have Socrates back in the next game, but even still, it's still not good enough. And I mean, for the first goal, Benteke, who hasn't even scored in over a year. It's always Arsenal that always do these crazy statistics. It's either a former player comes back, scores a goal, is he proving a point, or a guy that's been off form poorly, has been out the team, or hasn't played, or has come back from injury, etc., etc., etc. It's always Arsenal. And like I said, I could probably name, I don't know, man. I could probably name about one or two people today. Not maybe about four players on the pitch that had an okay game. Two, I'd say, changed the game. They should have started. Maybe three, in fact. Again, it just goes to show what we need to finish off in the top four. We just don't have the mentality, and we definitely don't have the players. So, again, let's just get into the player ratings for this, because I'm just trying to figure out how we started El Neni, and unfortunately we started Jenkinson, and I don't know. Let's just get into it, anyways. So in goal for me, Bernardo, was he really at fault for the goals? I feel like maybe the first goal he could have tried better, but other than that, I mean, the defense just left him stranded at a lot of the times. So for Leno, I got to give him maybe a 6 or a 7. It just wasn't good enough. He should be commanded the defense as well as to protect him. It just was abysmal today. Absolute poor. So maybe Leno should get really a 6. It just wasn't good enough from him. The centre backs, awful. Mavropanos, man, probably gets a 6. I mean, maybe just for that little run, but other than that, he just wasn't. I don't know. He just didn't really feel suited, and I feel like he just definitely. Well, he's been out the team for how long? He's been injured, but this ain't his first game back. This is his second game, and it's just not good enough. So he gets a 6. Koscielny, what's happened, man? What has happened? Is it Socrates? Is Socrates the gas fluid? You're the lighter, because it's seriously, because no one is lighting up no smoke in this defense. The only smoke we're getting in the defense is the red smoke for SOS, because it was absolutely terrible. Koscielny, what happened to you? You get a 5. It just wasn't good enough. You are the captain of this club. I said it on the last video, giving you so much praise, and you gotta try and control this defense. You gotta help and protect Leno. And I even see you getting forward in the midfield, and I know we needed passes, but again, it just goes to show, no one's there. Still not good enough, man. We needed a proper DM in the first half. So yeah, Koscielny You get a 5, man. It wasn't good enough. No, if Koscielny gets a 5, then Dino definitely gets a 5. So they both get a 5. Mustafi, he gets a 2. Absolutely shit. I don't know what. I don't know what is going on with this guy. He just gets worse and worse and worse. It's like the guy's already on a decline. He's been declining for how long? In fact, terrible. I honestly, £35 million for this. Unacceptable. Get it. You stay a 2. In the right back position, Carl Jenkinson, 2. Look, it just goes to show you do not belong at this level. It's not good enough. Kept losing the ball around, kept passing back. Even when we were 1-0 down, he just staying in space, weren't really just staying in the space, not making more runs. Like, you can't just stand in one spot. This is football. People will pick you up. I'm not even a professional footballer. I play football. I used to play Sunday League football, and I know that. I was a right back and a centre back. And nah, man, that's a terrible 2. You're lucky you even get a 2. I'll probably even give you a 1. Absolutely shocking. If he gets a 1, so should Mustafi. So this is what I'm saying. I am so annoyed. I can't even do the ratings properly. Mustafi, Jacobson, 1. That's how bad they were. Kolasinac, off game today, was doing a couple bits in the second half, but he just started to lose a bit of steam. So for his efforts, I'll give him a 5. It could have been better. And I think with Iwobi not with him, who he's been used to playing alongside with, or just playing behind, it would be useful, but it wasn't. And then he gets a 3. Wasn't good enough. He was better than Mustafi and Jenkinson, but he was just not the guy you start. He's someone you literally just put on at the end, 5-10 minutes of the game. Just make sure, just keep it tight, hold it up. Do you know what I mean? And just don't allow the opposition to even try and crack the back 3, back 4. But it was awful, awful, and to the point where there was a part in the game where Guendouzi got challenged. He was getting on my nerves, and I'm going to get to him in a sec. But why are you standing there? The guy's going down, and you're standing there. Play to the whistle. It's just so simple basics of football. Play to the whistle. If the player's gone down, and you're appealing for it, the referee's not having it, fucking speed it up and carry on. What are you doing there, standing in there, jumping up and down, putting your arms up? I don't want to fucking see that shit. Yeah, 3. Trash. I can't wait for the summer because I know you're gone. Guendouzi, 4. It just wasn't good enough. I mean, so many times you invited pressure on yourself, turning in and out, inside out, and it's annoying. It's annoying. You do this quite a lot. Like Matteo, you need to make up your mind what you're gonna do with the ball. And I'll only give you that score grade because near the end of the game you were driving forward, and that's only because Torreira came on, which I'll probably give you an excuse for that. But it almost got an assist, but obviously Iwobi didn't take the chance a lot more clinically. But we'll get to Iwobi when we get to Iwobi. But yeah, actually I'll give Guendouzi a 4 at least. I'll give him a 4. Just yeah. Mesut Ozil on the goal sheet today. Did a couple good passes, I've got to say. In the last 20 minutes of the game, there was periods where he wasn't there. It just wasn't doing much, and then he kind of showed up a little bit. Did a wicked through ball, but we didn't really take much of that chance. But decent performance. I give Ozil a 6. Not too bad, but could have been better. But I think, given who was behind him, But seriously, like you're on 350 grand a week, and you should be motivating the players. You are a captain, yeah, even though you're not Kashani captain. You are a captain, so you need to be telling everybody what to do, when to track back, and stuff like that. All that good shit, but not good enough. Six. Um, Lacazette again, just getting in the right positions. Missed a couple chances. It was just similar to the Watford game, man. It just wasn't good enough from Lacazette. I'm kind of disappointed in him today. But lack of service, and given what was in the midfield again, just the midfield not really doing much. Pretty standard. I'll probably give him a 6 just as well, maybe even a 7, because he did try, but nah, he gets a 6. Like I said, gets a 6. Aubameyang, good goal, very good goal, but again, sometimes you turn up when you need to, like you want to really. Just periods in and out, in and out, in and out. You need consistency. And listen, if no one's creating the chances, you need to start creating the chances, because you created the chances against Watford with that goal. Bearing in mind, Ben Foster was very unlucky not to see you. We tried it again today. Obviously, no, I don't expect Lightning to strike twice like that. But, dude, man, just try a little harder next time, man. You got to be more clinical. You got to take the game with a scruff of the neck as well. So for that, he gets a 6. Simple as that. So let's get into the midfield. Midfield. The substitutions here. Alex Iwobi, the game totally flipped when him and AZ Nathan Niles come on the pitch. I will give him, for his efforts, I'm definitely giving him a 7. He's probably one of the best players on the pitch by a mile, because I felt at the midfielders anyways, or attacker, but attacking midfielder. But regardless of that, an attacking midfielder, he was probably the best one out of Ozil. And I know Ozil scored, and I know Ozil did a couple good passes, but the game totally flipped, and I felt it worked Ozil a lot more once Iwobi come on. So Iwobi gets a 7 for me. Just wish he took that chance. We really needed that chance, but it is what it is. Go again next time, Iwobi. Elizabeth Niles, give him a 6. I think he was tired. It just wasn't up to par. You could tell. But again, his pace, I felt like he paced out too quick. He's on probably half a tank. Just, I don't know. He had a couple chances himself to put the ball in, but it wasn't, sharp enough. So he gets a 6. And was our third? Did we make a third substitution? I'm trying to actually remember. I actually don't think we did. I'm sure. No, stupid me. Lucas Torreira. How could I forget? El Nen didn't last long very much, because he was yanked off the first half. So was Carl Jenkinson, and deservedly so. They were absolutely terrible. So Lucas Torreira, for his efforts, he tried, but even he was getting forward and leaving the midfield exposed a couple times. But you feel the passion, and he's not used to that. Xhaka is usually protecting him. We've got Guendouzi, who's usually the one that goes forward, even when Xhaka's on or Torreira's on. But Torreira wanted to go forward, but Guendouzi wasn't really covering him that much. So for Torreira's efforts, I might have to give him a 6 as well. He was probably tired himself, but he should have started. We have to intimidate these teams that come to the Emirates. It was a really, really shitty decision by Unai Emery. I gotta be honest. Listen, I like Unai Emery. I think he's the man for us, but we know what we got in our team. We got a lot of deadwood, a lot of players that don't really deserve to be wearing the Arsenal badge. And I'm just being real. It just wasn't good enough. We're at home. We were 10 games unbeaten. We haven't lost to Liverpool here. We beat Spurs. We beat Man United. We beat Chelsea. And, we got away with it from Wolves. Luckily equalised. I mean, there's been close calls, but this performance has to have been probably the worst performance at home. I would say the start of the season, but given the transfer window, I'll probably let the Man City game off. So I'd probably say, what was the really poor performance at home? Just had it there in my head. Oh yes, Manchester United in the FA Cup, where we totally got exposed after Socrates come off injured. But again, no Socrates, so it just goes to show that he's an important player, that we need stability in the back. That's the point I'm trying to make, guys. So Unai Emery, I'm gonna have to grade you a 4, man. It was not good at all, and the reason why I'm giving you a low score is because simply El Nani and Guendouzi midfield. We should have learnt that from Everton away. We tried to do that at home. It was pretty much the same. I think we underestimated Crystal Palace a little bit. Knowing their away record's pretty good, they did manage to beat Tottenham. I mean, Manchester City. Did they beat Tottenham? I can't remember. But they put Liverpool under the pressure as well. But even though Liverpool won that game, they've been very good away from home. I mean, they even drew with Man United at Old Trafford. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's just an appalling decision. And if you want to play on end, you just play him on the last couple minutes of the game. We should have just started Torreira. I know we needed him for Wolves later on this week, but even then, 45 minutes here, 75 minutes there. Like, why not? Why not? Xhaka wasn't even in the team, and I know he's got a bad hip. He might have hip problem's not really that much of a problem because we're gonna need him for Wednesday night. So yeah, man, I just and putting on the right players who should have started on it the second half. This is probably my personal opinion. Is probably Unai Emery's probably his worst up top there with Man United. His worst performance, as well as going away to Rennes in the Europa League. So guys, let me know in the comment section what you think of my player ratings, my analysis of the game, and let me know your analysis of the game. There's a big old comment section right there below. Let me know your thoughts and your feelings on this game. I'm going to shoot, and I'll be back for more Arsenal previews and reviews or any other news surrounding the Gunners. So make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you leave a comment, as I just said, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So guys, hit me up on Ryan is More on Instagram and RJ Wills and on Twitter as well. So back to the drawing board for Unai Emery and the Gunners. And top 4 is looking very, very difficult. So I'll be back with my preview, for Wolves versus Arsenal. And if there's any away performance that's important, this one coming up is probably the most important after 3 points was dropped today. Thanks again, guys, and take care.